All right, guys. So Don Miguel Ruiz, at the end of his book, a Toltec wisdom book, The Four Agreements, is he leaves a set of prayers, some prayers for us. So we're gonna read it. So he has a little. Here we go. So please take a moment to close your eyes, open your heart, and feel all the love that comes from your heart. I want you to join with my words in your mind and in your heart to feel a very strong connection of love. Together we are going to do a very special prayer to experience a communion with our Creator. I'm going to go back to the last chapter real quick. This way of life is possible, and it's in your hands. Moses called it the promised land. Buddha called it the nirvana. Toltecs called it a new dream, and Jesus called it heaven. Anyway, focus your attention on your lungs as if only your lungs exist. Feel the pleasure when your lungs expand to fulfill the biggest need of the human body. The biggest need of the human body is to breathe. Sometimes we just forget and take it for granted. Take a deep breath and fill the air as if take a deep breath and fill the air as it fills your lungs. Feel how the air is nothing but love. The air, nothing but love. Notice the connection between the air and the lungs, a connection of love. Expand your lungs with air until your body has the need to expel that air, and then exhale and feel the pleasure again. Because when we fulfill any need of that human body, it gives us pleasure. To breathe gives us much pleasure. Just to breathe is enough for us to always be happy, to enjoy life. Just to be alive is enough. Feel the pleasure to be alive. The pleasure of feeling of love. The pleasure of the feeling of love. So here's the prayers. Prayer for freedom. A prayer for freedom. Today, Creator of the universe, we ask that you come to us and share with us a strong communion of love. We know that your real name is love. That to have a communion with you means to share the same vibration. The same frequency that you are, because you are the only thing that exists in the universe. Today, help us to be like you are, to love life, to be love. Love life, be love. Help us to love the way you love, with no conditions, no expectations, no obligations, without any judgment. Help us to love and accept ourselves without any judgment. Because when we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty and we need to be punished. Help us to love everything you create unconditionally, especially other human beings, especially those who live around us, all our relatives and people whom we try so hard to love, because when we reject them, we reject ourselves. And when we reject ourselves, we reject you. Help us to love others just the way they are with no conditions. Help us to accept them the way they are without judgment, because if we judge them, we find them guilty. We blame them and we have the need to punish them. And that's being an asshole. Today, clean our hearts of any emotional poison that we have. Free our minds from any judgment, so then we can live in complete peace and complete love. Emotional poison and judging people, so we can live in peace and complete. Today is a very special day. Today we open our hearts to love again, so that we can tell each other, I love you, without any fear, and really mean it. Today we offer ourselves to you. Come to us, use our voices, use our eyes, use our hands, and use our hearts to share ourselves in a communion of love with everyone. Today, Creator, help us to be just like you are. Thank you for everything that we receive this day, especially for the freedom to be who we really are. Amen. So we said amen. I don't know if he's praying to Jesus. I'm not sure, but a prayer for love. We are going to share a beautiful dream together, a dream that you will love, a dream that you will love to have all the time. In this dream, you are in the middle of a beautiful, warm, sunny day. You hear the birds, the wind, and a little river. You walk toward the river. At the edge of the river is an old man in meditation. And you see that out of his head comes a beautiful light of different colors. There's a river. You hear the birds, the wind, old man in meditation. And you see that out of his head comes a beautiful light with different colors. You try not to bother him, but he notices your presence and opens his eyes. He has the kind of eyes that are full of love and a big smile. You ask him how he is able to radiate all that beautiful light. You ask him if he can teach you to do what he is doing. He replies that many, many years ago, he asked the same question of his teacher. If he can teach you to do what he is doing, how he's able to radiate all that beautiful light. The old man begins to tell you his story. My teacher opened his chest and took out his heart. And he took a beautiful flame from his heart. And he opened my chest, opened my heart, and he put that little flame inside it. He put my heart back in my chest, and as soon as my heart was inside me, I felt intense love, because the flame he put in my heart was his own love. That flame grew in my heart and became a big, big fire. A fire that doesn't burn, but purifies everything that it touches. And that fire touched each one of the cells of my body, and the cells of my body loved me back. I became one with my body. But my love grew even more. That fire touched every emotion of my mind, and all the emotions transformed into a strong and intense love. And I loved myself completely and unconditionally. But the fire kept burning, and I had the need to share my love. It makes sense, you want to, like when something good happens to you, you want to share it. I decided to put a little piece of my love in every tree, and the trees loved me back. And I became one with the trees, but my love did not stop, it grew more. I put a piece of love in every flower, in the grass, in the earth, and they loved me back. And we became one. And my love grew more and more to love every animal in the world. They responded to my love, and they loved me back. And we became one. But my love kept growing and growing. I put a piece of my love in every crystal and every stone in the ground, in the dirt and the metals, and they loved me back, and I became one with the earth. And then I decided to put my love in the water and the oceans and the rivers and the rain and the snow, and they loved me back, and we became one. And still my love grew more and more. I decided to give my love to the air, to the wind. I felt a strong communion with the earth, with the wind, with the oceans, with nature, and my love grew and grew. I turned my head to the sky, to the sun, to the stars, and put a little piece of my love in every star, in the moon and the sun, and they loved me back. And I became one with the moon and the sun and the stars, and my love kept growing and growing. And I put a little piece of my love in every human, and I became one with the whole of humanity. Wherever I go, whomever I meet, I see myself in their eyes, because I am part of everything, because I love. And then the old man opens, to relate to people, to care for them, have empathy. I see myself in their eyes because I am part of everything, because I love. And then the old man opens his own chest, takes out his heart with that beautiful flame inside, and he puts that flame in your heart. And now that love is growing inside of you. Now you are one with the wind, with the water, with the stars, with all of nature, with all animals, and with all humans. You feel the heat and the light emanating from the flame in your heart. Out of your head shines a beautiful light of different colors. You are radiant with the glow of love, and you pray. You feel that heat and light emanating from the flame in your heart. The old man opens his chest and takes out his heart with that beautiful flame inside and puts that flame in your heart. And now that love is growing inside of you. Now you are one with the wind, water, stars, nature, animals, and humans. You feel the heat and the light emanating from the flame in your heart. Out of your head shines a beautiful light of different colors. You are radiant with the glow of love. And you pray, thank you, Creator of the universe, for the gift of life you have given me. Gift of life that you have given me. Thank you for giving me everything that I have ever truly needed. Thank you for the opportunity to experience this beautiful body and this wonderful mind. Thank you for living inside of me with all your love, your pure and boundless spirit with your warm and radiant light. Thank you for using my words, for using my eyes, for using my heart to share your love wherever I go. I love you just the way you are, and because I am your creation, I love myself just the way I am. I love myself the way I am. Help me to keep the love and the peace in my heart and to make that love a new way of life, that I may live in love the rest of my life. Amen. So, we're done. Now again, I'm reading this as a man with a lot of faults and mistakes in his young 33 years of life, you know? So I read it with a lot of doubt in my own mind, and a lot of who the heck are you to read this? Like, who are you to think that they could read this book? Who are you to try to teach people? And really, I'm selfish. I'm not. I'm doing this for my own YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my channel, so it could be. It's also survival. I'm trying to put myself in a position where I could formulate the mind that's needed for who I am, you know? But it's a real good book, man. Watch what you say about people. Don't take things personally. Don't assume. Do your best to keep these agreements. Change your new mode of thinking. Create new agreements to take place of the old agreements from the dream of the world. The new dream. The new idea for your life, the happiness you desire, to want to be yourself at all times, to be able to speak your mind in a respectful way, to be yourself, ask questions, you know, don't judge other people, don't put that poison in your mind, you know, get rid of that fog in your brain, don't listen to that parasite in your mind.